Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Wake Up Charlotte to Go. This morning, the morning after the State of the Union, we want to know, the president says the State of the Union is strong. We want to know, do you agree that it's strong? Chime in, let us know. We'll get to some of your comments coming up in just a bit.
You put up a Twitter poll, right?
That's right. That's right.
So, of course, in his second State of the Union address, President Biden laying out his accomplishments from his first 2 years in office, and he laid out really his vision for the future.
That's right. The president appearing energized at times, provoking a lot of reaction from Democrats and Republicans alike. So this morning, we've got team coverage of the president's big speech. Wake Up Charlotte's Kia Murray joining us for her very first Wake Up Charlotte to Go. We're going to get to her in just a second, but first, Bree Jackson brings us an update on Capitol Hill.
Ben, Sarah, President Biden is urging Congress to work together and finish the job on several domestic issues like police reform, while Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders blasted Democrats and called President Biden unfit to serve.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
President Biden laying out a story of America's resilience during his second State of the Union address.
2 years ago, democracy faced its greatest threats in the Civil War, and today, though bruised, our democracy remains unbowed and unbroken.
Touting accomplishments since he took office.
12 million new jobs, more jobs created in 2 years than any president's created in 4 years.
Facing a divided Congress, the president was heckled at times. Still, he says he looks forward to working with Republicans.
If we could work together the last Congress, there's no reason we can't work together and find consensus on important things in this Congress as well.
And is urging Congress to pass police reform.
We have to do better. Give law enforcement the real training they need. Hold them to higher standards. Help them succeed in keeping us safe.
Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders blasting the Biden administration and the GOP response.
You get crushed with high gas prices, empty grocery shelves.
While calling on a new generation of leadership.
President Biden and the Democrats have failed you, and it's time for a change.
President Biden presenting his optimistic vision for the future while making the case for a possible re-election bid. President Biden is taking his message on the road, traveling to Wisconsin today before heading to Florida on Thursday. In Washington, I'm Bree Jackson. Kia Murray now picks up our team coverage from Charlotte.
Alrighty, thanks, Bree. Well, there were a lot of claims made here. That's why this morning we're verifying some of the top claims that have you talking. First up, the president taking credit for economic growth during his presidency. Let's hear it again.
After we've created, with the help of many people in this room, 12 million new jobs, more jobs created in 2 years than any president's created in 4 years.
The first half, true. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there are more jobs now than when the president first took office. But that second part is false. Data shows former President Bill Clinton actually added more jobs than Biden during his second term in office. Coming up next, let's turn to Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders delivering the Republican response and addressing the drug crisis.
100,000 Americans a year are now killed from drug overdoses, largely from fentanyl.
And we can verify that's true. The CDC's most recent drug data puts drug overdose deaths at 101,000 over the last 12 months. Roughly 70,000 of those are from synthetic opioids like fentanyl. So again, lots of claims made, but you can always send in your questions to verify at WCNC.com.
Well done. Good to see. All right, Kia, we're going to check back in with you in just a second, learn a little bit more about Kia as the new member of our Wake Up Charlotte family. But first, we asked at the top of the show, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with President Biden? He says the State of the Union is strong. Do you agree? We asked folks over on Twitter. 65% of you almost say no, you do not agree that the State of the Union is strong. Meanwhile, about 35% of you saying that you think it's strong right now. So continue to weigh in. Let us know, is the State of the Union strong or not? And we'll keep talking about it. But first, something more fun.
Kia is here. Yes, we wanted to introduce her to you guys and let you get to know her a little bit better. So, Kia, tell us about yourself for everybody watching.
Yeah, so I've got my big three. Love the good views. We
Yep.
can see it behind us. The Charlotte skyline is absolutely gorgeous. So really excited to keep checking that out, as well as some of the beaches in the area.
Ah, yes.
The Wisconsin in me loves a good beer, loves a good brewery. So I will take all the recommendations y'all can give me. And lastly, huge foodie. I'm checking out some of the restaurants in the area. Specifically yesterday after the show, I got to kind of poke around South End a little bit.
Yep.
But if you guys have any restaurant recommendations for me, I will take them. Text us at 704-329-3600. But it seems like we got a few of the responses already.
That's right. Some folks on Facebook saying Bernadine's restaurant. Service is great. Food is awesome.
Okay.
I've never been. It's in Uptown. I've never been though, but I've heard great things.
Okay, perfect.
Another person on Facebook chiming in saying Stagione. That is a great place. Myers Park. You should try that out. Cafe Monte, also in South Park.
I'm getting hungry now. Mama Ricotta's is, of course, a favorite of mine, a staple here.
Yeah.
Good Italian. And I also love Shang Ramen if you're in like the Valentine area.
Sabor's actually is really neat. It's a local chain that's sort of Mexican Chipotle-esque.
Okay.
But it's a local chain, and they started off on 7th Street in Elizabeth, and now they have multiple locations all around town. So
really,
yeah, South End, South Park. Isn't
there a place you go for Vietnamese food that's right by your house or something?
Yeah, Lang Van.
Yeah.
Is a Vietnamese place in East Charlotte that
another staple here
that has an extremely loyal following.
Yes,
I love it.
So, and then you mentioned breweries. I mean, I'm not the biggest beer person, but South End. I mean, every brewery possible.
Yeah, literally.
I mean, if you can't find it there, you're not going to be able to find it anywhere.
Oh, Melissa, of course, saying go to Steak 48.
Okay. Oh, I think I did drive by there. So I literally went to a South End area right off of the light rail, and I just parked my car for 2 hours and just walked.
And then you know what else is a staple that she has to have, Ben?
What?
A Bojangles biscuit.
Yeah, Bojangles. That's right. Bojangles.
Okay, I went to Bojangles, but I didn't have a biscuit.
Oh, you have to. And they're doing these special ones now for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Yeah, the Bowberry biscuits. Oh, they're so good.
So good. So a lot for you to try. And as I told you this morning on the show, you got to get out and try some barbecue. You said you went to Midwood Smokehouse.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
It was so good.
Carolina barbecue is a thing, and there's vinegar based, there's tomato based.
Yeah.
People feel very strongly about it.
I don't like it all.
I do too. I do too. So getting out and trying it at different spots around the Carolinas. Mustard base as well, more in South Carolina. So you've got lots of work to do.
Lots of work to do. What I need is a gym membership because trying all of these new foods. Oh my goodness!
Luckily, we have plenty of those as well.
I was about to say,
that's right.
All different options, whatever suits your fancy.
That's right. All right, folks. If you got any more recommendations for Kia, let us know. Tell her where she needs to go check out any restaurants, breweries, that sort of thing. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for another edition of Wake Up Charlotte to Go.
Bye, everybody.